Hey there, Star Wars fans. I have a vintage collection here I'd like to show you. First up is Chewbacca. I don't know if this is a variant or not, but he's got blue eyes. You can have a look here at all the markings on him from the pouch. The country of origin says, upon magnification anyway, I don't know if you can see that in camera, GMFG 1977. So it's marked right there. So he's got really tight limbs, as you can see. He's in really good condition. No paint rubs or anything like that. And I'll show you his bowcaster. Again, if you spot something like questionable, or maybe you think it's a reproduction or something, kindly leave a comment below. So here's his bowcaster. I've had this collection probably 20 years or so. I was collecting Star Wars long before it became fashionable to collect Star Wars. I really don't collect anymore, but I do have the figures. So there's the bowcaster. I have no reason to believe it's a reproduction, but if you see something questionable and you're like, it might be a reproduction, yeah, let me know. That'd be great. Okay, next up, Luke Skywalker. There he is here. Yellow hair. Really nice and bright yellow. The saber tip is there. The tan pants. They're not dark brown pants, but they're tan. And no major paint rubs on the hands. It's really good condition here as well. This one is marked Taiwan. GMFGI 1977 Taiwan. You see that is on his left. So again, really tight limbs there. They're not like windmills. Really happy with the condition of this figure too. There's a little bit of a paint rub right here, his eyebrow. I don't know if you can see that in camera, but there's a little paint rub right there. So I don't know what this would be graded, but he's in really good shape. Again, the hair looks really good. Saber's in excellent condition. Again, I don't want to take out the saber. It's not that I'm hiding anything from you. It's just that I don't want these things to break. So, like, it's, it's really in there too. It hasn't moved in 20 years. Yeah, it's stiff. It's in there. So I think I'm gonna have to leave well enough alone. But the head is on there. It's a little loose, perhaps. It's certainly not going anywhere. But he's in really good condition. I also have here a brown hair variant. You can see here the differences between the two. So this one here, a little disappointing. The head, I believe, is a little bit more wobbly. I don't know if the head's been exchanged or not. I really don't have much information about this figure. Nonetheless, you know, it's the brown haired variant, and you can see his head moves slightly on the body. It's a little bit loose. I'm not going to say it's not. It is. But it's in good condition as well. We don't have any major paint loss. His saber tip is there. Now the pant color, it's a little bit tan in color compared to the other one. You can see the difference on camera here between the two. This one here, the markings on this one, yeah, this one's Hong Kong. So this one here is again marked GMFGI Hong Kong 1977. We have a little bit of a paint rub right there, and a little bit of a paint rub on his hands, a little bit, or dirt, I don't know. But I don't know. I think the head's been replaced. I could be wrong. Maybe they're all wobbly or loose, but you know, these figures, they're so old, and I don't know. It's hard to say whether this one's authentic or not. Even if it's not, I'm still happy I have it. You can see the head moving there a little bit. I don't know. The head could have been exchanged on that one. Not too sure. But overall, good condition. Next, we have a very shiny R2-D2. Excellent condition. As far as I can tell, original sticker. I'm going to take this off. Find a country of origin marking for you. No, I don't see anything. Oh, there we go. This one's the Hong Kong. It says right here, Hong Kong. I don't know if the head clicks or not. I'm a little afraid to turn it. No. Well, it's a little stiff. I don't want to break it. These have been sitting on a shelf for so long now. So there he is there. Again, really shiny dome on him. And I have another one here. Again, Star Wars release. This dome is it's loose. A lot more loose. But you can just see the one on the left here, how much more shiny it is compared to the one on the right. What probably happened was I had this one to begin with, like as a child, and I upgraded. I can't remember when I upgraded, but that's likely what happened. But this one here, you know, it squeaks. There's no clicking sound on that one. Country of origin on this one, it too is marked as Hong Kong. Okay, so really good condition here. Original sticker, as far as I know. Better be. I've had it forever. I suspect it was my R2 from childhood. I could be wrong, but I've always had this figure, and obviously what happened is I upgraded somewhere along the line. They're both the Star Wars release, both marked Hong Kong 1977. I really don't see a difference between the two, to be honest, in terms of the sticker. Yeah, they're exactly the same as far as I'm concerned, but maybe one of them should be sold. I don't know. But anyways, there's R2-D2. Next, Princess Leia. Again, really good condition figure. All my figures are in pretty good condition. We have a little bit of paint loss on the hairline. I don't know if you can see that in camera, but she's in really good condition. The limbs are really tight. Original weapon, as far as I know. So I can't zoom in here. If I can get the camera to zoom in here, the light can catch it just perfectly. These things are so incredibly small. Nope. Again, the camera's not really cooperating. So there's her weapon, and it's really white, so I'm really happy with the way it looks too. As far as a country of origin goes, this one's marked Hong Kong. Again, 1977 GMFGI. And it's hard for the camera to focus like that. But cape, as far as I'm concerned, all original. I've had it forever. A little bit of paint loss in the hairline, like I said. The belt looks really good. The hands are really good too. And again, we have a little bit of light scuffing maybe on the cape. It's so hard to get the camera to focus properly because of how small we're talking about. Like, there's a small little mark right there above my finger. I doubt you can see that, but She's in really good condition as well. Her hands, the arms, really stiff. Really stiff. Next, Han Solo. Oops, knocked his weapon out of his hand. This is the small head variant. He's in pretty good shape. We have a little bit of paint loss in the eyebrows though, and a little bit in the hairline, as you can see. Other than that, he's in really good condition. The limbs are pretty tight. Not too bad. Country of origin on this one. It's a Hong Kong figure, GMFGI 1977. Again, really good paint there. Only a paint loss again would be mainly on his eyebrows, a little bit in the hairline right above my finger, and I think it's just dust. His weapon, original, as far as I know. There it is there. Again, camera, please focus. There we go. Next, we have our friend C-3PO. Now, most C-3POs, their limbs are like windmills, propellers. This one, I'm really happy with the condition of it. These limbs are super tight, and that's rare for a C-3PO. Really rare. And he's super bright, no paint loss. He's in really excellent condition. So this one is marked Hong Kong as well, GMFGI 1977. But those limbs, I don't even want to touch them because of how tight they are. The head is even really tight. It's not that bad. Most of them are really terrible. They're like windmills, propellers, whatever. They're in terrible condition. But this one here, solid. Solid. And the paint is amazing on them. Super bright. He doesn't have a weapon, of course, but we'll move on to the next one. We have the Stormtrooper. He's in pretty good condition. He's a little bit, you know, if you look here around the markings at the top, it looks like he's gone through a little bit of play. It's not perfect. We have some markings here, a little dirty perhaps. Yeah, dust. Again, these things were probably played with at one time. Again, I'm not going to put these in detergent or anything. I don't want to risk ruining them. So this one here is marked GMFGI Hong Kong 1977. His blaster, if I can show it to you, his blaster is a little bit blue. I don't know if they ever had blue blasters. Maybe it's a fake, I don't know. But if you compare it like just to the color of Leia's, you can see how off blue it is, right? How blue. Yeah, I don't know if that weapon there is fake or not. It's again, I've had it for 20 plus years. I don't know how long they've been making reproductions, but I'm sure they're out there. I know they're out there. But I'm happy with the figure the way he is. We have some paint loss here in the hands, a little bit. It's not too bad. I've seen worse. You can see here a little bit of paint loss. Some grime or dirt on it too. He's in pretty good condition though. The limbs are really tight, which I'm happy about. And we have Darth Vader now. So you can see here his chest plate. Head's really solid. You're not going to move that. And the limbs are very solid as well. Lightsaber, it's again really in there, just like Luke's. Yeah, it moves, but there it goes. I don't want to take it out just for fear of breaking it. I have no reason to believe it's phony, so there it is there. Anyways, the cape, you can see it. This one, country of origin, it's on the left leg. GM, it's a GMFGI 1977. I can't tell if it says Hong Kong or not. Maybe, I can't tell. Maybe you see it better. Yes, it does. I think it says Hong Kong. I'm going to go with Hong Kong. It's not in there very, you can see, it's just not really that clear right here. Yeah, I think it's Hong Kong. Maybe the Kong is a little bit worn off. Anyways, really good condition figure. Happy with the way it looks. I mean, cape has no tears. No major paint loss on the figure that I can see. Solid looking figure. And again, I have no reason to believe that the lightsaber is phony, but you never know. These things happen. Okay, on to the next figure. Okay, next up is Ben Kenobi. So I have a number of variants. I'll try and find them all, but this one here is the Ben Kenobi white hair version. I believe I have the gray hair somewhere as well. So a little bit of paint loss is the hand, you can see that there. But a decent figure. Lightsaber is intact. Again, really tight in there. Wow. I don't want to even risk trying to get it out. Well, there it is. It's tight. Again, cape in really good condition. No tears. Again, his hands have a little bit of paint loss. I don't know if you can see that in camera or not, but a little bit of paint loss in the hands. Nice tight limbs though. Maybe a little bit of paint loss in the hairline. Just minor though, right? I wish my camera would focus in a little bit better, but these things are so small. And the country of origin on this one. This one is also marked Hong Kong, 1977. I don't know if you can see that or not. Again, I have no reason to believe that the cape is fake. Yeah, it's really tight around the limbs here. Really tight. Perfect. Okay, that's Ben Kenobi. Next, we have a Jawa. I have a vinyl cape Jawa as well. I have to find it. Well, I know where it is, but I'll get it out a little bit later. This one here looks like it's the Brown Stitch version. And you can see here the eyes. Some are large eyes, some are small. This looks like it's the small. I don't know if you can see that in camera. It's very difficult to see and get to focus. And there's his weapon. It's not perfectly black. It's a little bit, you know, perhaps a little hint of blue in there. I don't know if that makes a difference. Yeah. And the figure. Again, we have some paint loss here in the hand. Just a little bit. It's not too bad. Some stitching here has come loose. The country of origin on this one It is marked Hong Kong 1977. Again, a really nice piece. Keeps in decent condition, and like there's no rips or tears. A little bit of fraying here, unfortunately. Wish this would stay. There we go. A little bit better. Yeah, a little bit of fraying there at the cuff, but you can see it perfectly goes down to his hands. There we go. Very nice figure. Next, I believe this is the Death Star Commander. A little bit dusty. Typical paint loss here in the visor. Seems to happen quite a bit with this figure, but it's not too bad. I've seen much worse. Again, nice figure, a little bit dusty. A little bit of paint loss in the hands, not too noticeable. And his weapon's a nice sort of black color. So really good condition. The limbs are nice and tight as well. Like the limbs aren't going anywhere, they're really stiff. Little paint loss on the boots perhaps. You can see that. Country of origin here is also marked Hong Kong 1977. A little bit of paint loss here in the back as well. Not pristine, but very good condition nonetheless. A little bit of paint loss here on the glove. On the underside of the helmet right here. Now I don't think I would grade this one simply because there's too much paint loss. I don't think it would get a high grade. But it's a nice figure nonetheless. Next, we have our friend the Sand Person. This one here is special because it is a hollow tube variant figure. Now when I say hollow tube, I'm talking about these little tubes right here on his face. So I have the other one as well, and you can kind of see the difference between the two. Right? So this is a hollow tube variant figure right here. A little bit of scuffing perhaps in the hands and the arms, but no major paint loss. A little bit dirty in here. The cape is really tight on there. Whoops, that's just the stand that fell off. This one is marked Hong Kong as well, 1977. It's 2 lines, if that makes a difference. I think it does actually. Again, I haven't been in the collecting kind of thing for a while now, so I forget like all the variants. I know there's 2-line coup and 1-line and other kinds of variants. I'm just gonna pick out the major variants and differences which I see here. So his weapon's in really good condition as well. A little concerned just with the little bit of dirt or scuffing here in the hands and the arms. But no major paint loss in the hands or the belt. The face looks really good. The head's really stiff. Really nice figure. The regular Sand Person is here, also in very good condition. I want to see if the hands are the same color. I think the one with the hollow tube is a little bit darker. Maybe. It's so hard to tell. Anyways, his weapon, really nice condition. You need a magnifying glass to really, zoom in on these things, but it's in really good shape. No major paint loss in the body. The hands look really decent as well. This one is marked, it's a 2-line coup. It's marked 1977 GMFGI Hong Kong. The limbs are pretty tight on it. A little bit of scuffing on the cape here. I don't know if you can see that in camera or not, maybe not, but it's just dirt or scuffing. Again, in really good condition. Next is the Gonk droid. Still makes those noises. I don't know if this is supposed to be bent or not. Mine is. The sticker's in good condition. Still makes that noise with the legs. I don't think this is supposed to be bent though. Yeah, it's just dust here. You can see how dusty they are. And country of origin on this one. Don't know where to find that. I don't see it. No, I'm not seeing the country of origin on this guy. It could be printed on the inside. I'm not seeing it. No. I'm sure it's there, I just don't see it. And I'm not sure if it's a variant or not, so just a little bit dusty. Nonetheless, good shape. Next is Hammerhead. Again, these are just dusty. His weapon, it looks gray with the dust, but it's black. Alright, yeah, it's black. Good condition figure. You can see the weapon there. Standard, looks like a stormtrooper blaster. Go back to the figure. He is marked GMFGI 1978, Hong Kong. It's a 2-line coup. When I say coup, that means country of origin. So, just dusty really. I mean, he's not missing any paint here. It looks really good, sharp. His limbs are so tight though. I mean, I can't really move them. There they go. I get super tight limbs on this guy. Next, we have our friend R5D4. Now, I have the red bar variant as well. I have to get him out. The sticker's a little bit yellowing. Now, when I say red bar variant, you'll notice that this bar here is not red. There's the other more difficult to find one. It's called the red bar variant because this box is colored in. So nonetheless, you know, this is nice white here. There's no paint loss. As far as the country of origin goes in this one, GMFGI 1977, it says made in Hong Kong. It's a little bit loose here. These aren't not too bad, but a little bit loose. Especially the one side here, that's a little bit loose. A little bit of dirt in here. And you can see here as well. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but it looks like there was a sticker here. Maybe there was a price sticker there. Again, I don't know if I bought this one used or not. The head makes a little bit of a squeaky sound. Next is the red Snaggletooth. There he is. There's his weapon. It's a little bit of a blue color, as you can see. So as far as the figure goes, he is marked, if I can find it, yeah, GMFGI, I think this is 1978, Hong Kong. Little bit of paint loss here with this guy. If I can get this stand off, there we go. Whoa, don't know what's going on with the foot here, if that's normal or not, but a little bit of paint loss here in the feet, paint loss here in the leg. That's just dust. Face looks really good though. There's no major paint loss. A little bit in the hairline perhaps. But a sharp looking figure. Limbs are really tight on this one too. Like really tight. Yeah. Next is Blue Snaggletooth. Now, I have a few of these actually. I got them when they were quote-unquote cheap. So he's in really good condition too. Not too bad. So maybe a little bit of hair loss, paint loss in the hairline. The belt looks really sharp. A little bit of paint loss in the hands. You can see it right here. A little bit on the fingertips. Over here as well. And a look at his weapon. Nice looking piece. Alright, what's really bad about these figures is the boots. The boots are always missing paint for some reason. This one's not too bad. This is I think this is the toe dent version. You can kind of see here. No, yeah, it is. I think it is. There's the toe dent right there. Yeah, I think this is the toe dent version. Anyways, a little bit of paint loss in the boot area, fairly typical. And this one here was marked GMFGI 1978, Hong Kong. Again, really nice figure, good condition. I have a few of these, like I said, and I'll show them to you a little bit later when I get out my variants. I've already shown you a few variants. I have a few more as well. Next up is Greedo. Again, my figures are all in really good shape here, just dust covered really, and his limbs are really tight. And if we can get the gun out of his hand, maybe not. Oh my goodness. There we go. So there's his weapon right there. Nice shape. And I can get it back in the hand. So he's in really good shape, just a bit of dust. His markings are a 2-line coup, GMFGI 1978 Hong Kong. We have a little bit of paint loss right here. Other than that, he's a really good looking figure too. Next up is the Death Star droid. Now he's in really good shape as well. Normally these things, the arms and legs are like C-3PO, they're kind of like propellers. This leg here is a little bit loose, whereas this one's really stiff. The arms here, very stiff. Very stiff actually. So surprising find with this figure. He's also pretty bright. Very good condition figure. Now I have one that's even better, believe it or not, so I'll show you him a little bit later. This one here is marked GMFGI, again 1978 Hong Kong. I believe it's a 3-line coup. Interesting, 3 lines. So again, no major paint loss with him. Very nice figure. Just the one leg is a little bit loose. You can kind of see that here. The other one is really stiff. This one's a little loose. Next, we have Walrus Man. Now, I have a couple of these. This is a particular variant. You'll notice how he has a pink sort of tusk here, whereas if I show you my other one, it's more of a white. I don't know if that shows up in camera or not, but there's a distinct difference between the two. Little disappointing here with the overspray of the paint. I'm not sure what happened here, if that's normal, if other collectors have sort of the same issue with their Walrus Man. We have some paint rubs or overspray actually, but nice figure nonetheless. He's got a standard blaster, Stormtrooper kind of blaster. I'm just hoping the light catches this, you know, just to show you the detail. Again, nice figure, no paint loss on him. Tight limbs. This one is a two-line coup marked GMFGI 1979, Hong Kong. Little bit of paint loss I'm seeing at the back here on the feet. You can see it right here in camera, a little bit, not too bad. Other than that though, he's a sharp looking figure. The head is a little bit loose, not that bad actually. I don't know if that's normal, but he's really nice shape. Okay, the other Walrus Man, again, it's sort of a flesh colored tusk compared to the other one. This one's more pink, this one's more like a white color almost. And you can see here a little bit difference in the eyes. The one here on the right, the pupils are a little bit bigger, perhaps. Maybe darker than the one on the left. Yeah, I'm gonna say that the pupils here on the right, this one here, the pupils are like a dark black, whereas the one on the left, his eyes are more of a green color. So again, a little bit with the overspray from the factory, I'm assuming. His weapon is a little bit different than the other one. This one's more of a blue color, whereas the other one is more of a black. You can see the difference here between the two. So there's his weapon there. Again, I don't know if that's, you know, what happened with Stormtrooper blasters. I know they went through a couple revisions, but I don't know if they're blue at all. They might be, I don't really know. And if it's phony, it's phony. That's okay. You know, these things can be replaced. It's not a big deal. The big thing is it's a complete figure, right? This one's a two-line coup, also marked GMFGI 1978, Hong Kong. A little bit of paint loss in the boot area, both sides. A little bit of dirt or scuffing in the folds of the vest. Again, I don't want to put these in detergent. I know there's maybe, you know, some people have done that, but I don't want to put anything harsh chemicals on these people, just on these characters, just for, you know, you might ruin them. So just a light dusting is all that's really needed, and I'm happy with that. Next is Luke Skywalker, X-Wing pilot. So again, I don't know if there are variants of this figure. I have one, I believe. You can see here his weapon. Let me just take it out of his hand. It looks like a Han Solo weapon. Get the light to catch it just right. And the other side. As far as markings on him go, we have, I don't know if it's paint loss. No, it's dust. I think this is dust. Maybe paint loss here at the toe? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. No, it's alright. It's not too bad. As far as the country of origin goes, I'm not seeing it. Hold on. We have a little bit of paint loss here at in the back. But as far as the country of origin goes, interesting. I don't see it on this figure. Oh, there it is. It is marked GMFGI 1978, and there's no country mentioned, and it's a two-line coup. Now, I don't think you can see that on camera because I have a magnifier on and I can barely see it. So it's got the copyright symbol and GMFGI 1978, no country of origin. That's interesting. And a little bit of paint loss here in the back, which was unfortunate. The head, ooh, little bit loose, not the stiffest, but the limbs are pretty decent. You know, they're not super stiff. Oh, I just noticed a little bit of paint loss in the hand here, right in there where he holds the blaster. Little bit paint loss maybe in the hands on this side too. Nonetheless, nice figure, pretty good condition to the ones I've seen out there. Alright, next is our favorite bounty hunter, Boba Fett. This one's in pretty good shape. It's missing a little bit of paint here in the chest plate. I mean, this is pretty common for this figure. I think there are several variants of Boba Fett out there. This one has a little bit of paint loss here in the helmet. So, I'll just show you the gun real quick. It's a standard Stormtrooper blaster. Is it as black as the other ones that I have? Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's certainly not blue, but yeah, it looks pretty decent. The other side of it. So this one here, the limbs are pretty tight. This leg's a little loose. It could be stiffer, I'm not going to lie, it could be. The arms are pretty good. This one here is marked, interesting, it's the Hong Kong here, and then it says 1979 here. Yes, and it says, I'm trying to make it out, CFG perhaps? Or I don't think it says GMFGI like all the others, but maybe CPC? It's so faint. It's so hard to even see. Yeah, I'm going for CF G. I don't know. It's maybe you see that in camera better than I do. What it actually says. Maybe those of you who have this figure know what I'm looking at. A little bit of paint loss here in the pouch. You know, not pristine. A little bit of paint loss maybe on, oops, a little bit of paint loss maybe on the rocket area, like right in here. But a very good figure nonetheless. A little bit of dirt on the helmet. Very good looking figure though. Now there are several variants of this figure. I'm going to show you another variant that I have. This one here is called the Tri-Logo figure, and right away you can see how much lighter it is. This particular figure was a European release, is my understanding, and I believe it's from Palitoy. So my only real complaint about this guy is his hand. His hand's a little bit messed up. It's cracked. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. There's a little bit of cracking here in the fingers, right above the fingertip. And it's really hard to get him to hold his weapon. So I'll show you the weapon. There it is there. Nice black blaster. Nonetheless, a hard piece to get. Tri-Logo Fett. The chest plate looks amazing. There's like absolute, like a little bit of paint loss maybe over here. It's not too bad. His visor, or sorry, his helmet could be a bit better. Okay, the hand issue, yeah, it's a bit of an issue. You may want to get a little bit of glue maybe, or stick tack or something, just to secure that weapon in this hand. But really nice figure. A little bit of paint rubs on the knees, I'm thinking. And the markings on this one, 1979 CPC or CFC. I'm trying to read it. It's so small. CPG. Thank you. I can see it now. 1979, and there's no other markings on the leg here. And we have a little bit of paint loss around the pouch. The rocket, it's loose. I don't know if someone's tried to get that out. I'm pulling on it. It doesn't seem to come out, but it looks like someone's done a little bit of mangling of the rocket trying to get that out. No, these never came out at all. So there's been a little damage to the figure. A little paint loss here as well. Nonetheless, you know, difficult figure to get loose. I do have a few more of these, but they're graded, so maybe I can show them to you later. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I really wanted to show you today my Star Wars collection. Now this is just Star Wars. I'm going to have Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Power of the Force, Ewoks, droids, variants. So I'm going to get them all on camera, and I'm going to highlight every one of them. You know, maybe if you have comments, you see something fake, you want to compliment me on the collection, all comments are welcome. So I thank you for watching the video, and I hope to get back to you shortly with The Empire Strikes Back. That's all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.